Every year at the Iowa State Fair, they have a hog calling contest. Kids from all over the state compete for bragging rights as the best hog caller. And the one common denominator for virtually all of those kids in the hog calling contest, well, they use the words Sue-eeeee, Sue-eeeee. What does that have to do with managing our stress? Well, stay tuned. All will be revealed. Steve Carter here, your host for the Easy Stress Cures podcast. Who is this show for? This show is for anyone who wants to gain skills for releasing stress and creating a sense of happiness and well-being. For more than 4 decades, I've helped thousands and thousands of people move from stress to success. Many of those clients I helped through my company, Stress Solutions, LLC, which is now Stress Solutions USA. You'll find more about my background and podcasts to include video and audio resources for stress release. Find those at stressreleaseradio.com, stressreleaseradio.com. As a lad, I spent many weeks every summer visiting my grandparents in Kansas, and one of my great uncles kept pigs, and he taught me how to call those pigs. And I happen to also be aware that the Iowa State Fair, and probably other state fairs as well in the West, they feature a hog calling contest where they have young kids give it their best hog calling efforts, and each year one of those kids is crowned the hog calling champion. In this episode, I'm going to offer to you a way to reduce stress by using the words Sue-eeeee. We're going to use those words in a unique fashion. You and I are going to combine something called relaxed breathing. We're going to combine that with the creation of certain sounds that signal to the mind and body it is time to let go of stress and relax. To begin, I suggest standing up if you can. You can also do this seated, but standing up is going to be a little bit more effective if you're up for that. Whether you are standing or seated, place both feet firmly on the floor about shoulder width apart. If you're standing, bend your knees just a little bit. Avoid locking your knees. The idea here is not to be rigid, it's to be flexible, comfortable as you sit or stand. Give it a big stretch and drop your shoulders. Relax those shoulders. Good. Relax even more. Tighten and relax. Good. Now put one or even both hands on your diaphragm area. Doing this is going to help you feel and picture in your mind a process that we're going to engage in that begins with allowing a relaxed breath. Allowing a relaxed breath. What does that mean? It means you're not going to take a breath. You're not going to physically inhale. You're going to simply allow the air to drop into your lungs for a count of 4. And our first exhalation will be for a count of 4. With this first exhalation, you are going to make the beginning sound of Sue-eeeee with the emphasis on the S. Allow, through relaxed breathing, the air to drop into your lungs, down to the diaphragm. Remember, you have one or preferably both hands on the diaphragm so you can feel the process. Allow the air to drop into your lungs for a count of 4. 2, 3, 4. And exhale with the sound of S, 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 S. Inhale for 4, or allow the gentle in-breath naturally, easily, in a relaxed way. Allow that in-breath for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4 through your teeth. For our next relaxed in-breath, that is also for a count of 4, but your exhalation is for a count of 6. So it's in for 4, out for 6, good. Our next is a relaxed in-breath for 4 seconds and an exhalation of 8 seconds. Good. And repeat the same process for a count of 10 and then for a count of 12. Remember, there's no strain here. We're allowing this process. For our next set, we're going to replace the S with ooh. O, ooh. So it is allowing a relaxed in-breath for 4 seconds and a 4-second release on the exhalation with the sound ooh. Good, good. And we'll again repeat the out-breath for 6 seconds, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out for the sound ooh, ooh. Then 8 seconds, 10 and 12 for the second set of the exhalation. And for the third cycle, we inhale again for 4 seconds and 4 seconds on the sound E. So it's inhale for 4, exhale for 4, E. And then again repeat the E sound for a count of 6, 8, 10, and 12. And we will close with a deep yawn, sigh, and stretch, 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 stretch. To summarize, in for 4, out for 4 with the sound S. The first sound in Sue. Then that same S sound for the count of 6 on the exhalation. Again, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Then 8 seconds out, 10 seconds out, and 12 seconds out. We do exactly the same with the sound ooh, and exactly the same with the sound E. How in the world does this help us? First of all, we are focused on the breath. Secondly, we're activating the vagus nerve. And you've heard me talk about the vagus nerve in previous episodes. It is the nerve that goes through all of our organs. It's called the wandering nerve. It comes out of the brain in 2 locations, and it carries information from the brain through the organs to each of the organs to include the heart, and it receives information from those organs coming back up the vagus nerve into the brain, and the brain makes adjustments accounting for whatever is going on in the body, and with the intention of creating the relaxation response, which is what we're doing. We calm mind, body, brain, and it is simply a way to release and relax tension. And the cherry on top is the yawn, sigh, stretch, and yes, releasing and relaxing any stress anywhere in the body. So there you have it. I encourage you to be a hog-calling champion using the Sue-eeeee method. Your brain, mind, and body are going to say thank you. You're going to feel a sense of release and relaxation every time you engage in this simple process. If you would like a written summary of the Sue-eeeee method, do drop me an email at cartermethod@gmail.com and simply put in the subject line, hog calling for relaxation, or simply hog calling. I'll send those instructions out to you by return email. If you are not already subscribed to the Easy Stress Cures podcast, there is no better time than now to subscribe or to follow. Most podcast listening apps now are using the word follow. When you follow, subscribe, you will never miss an episode. If you would like to share thoughts about this episode or for any reason, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com, cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit together, your host here, Stephen Carter, wishing for you and your loved ones blessings in abundance.